I am Slick Nick, your personal hairline hero, your red pill Chad dad. I love this comment that came in. This is so relevant, so thank you for leaving this. The comment coming from You Me. Yeah, that's the screen name, You Me. On a video called Will I Keep My Zero Guard Buzz Cut and Not Grow My Hair Back Out, You Me said, quote, "You need to keep this cut way better than when you grew it out and it looks thin and wispy," end quote. So here's what I'm saying. I agree 100%. So let's imagine this. Let's not conflate the issue. Just because this is a decent hairline, I still have it as a 40-year-old man, and even though my thinning is not super obvious to anybody else, it doesn't change the fact that when I do have hair, just by default, I'm gonna have to have certain hairstyles to keep it from being obvious. So for example, before I shaved it off, notice how even in its best versions, the crew cut or whatever, it was in its best because I was shaving the sides completely short. That only brings a positive perspective of the hair on top to make it look thicker than it is. But I'd have to have pomade in it, and if it were any longer than a 5 guard on top, I'd have to make sure that I blow dried it to give that sense of volume. So again, that goes back to me being red pill and thinking, why would I want that extra maintenance? I'm not saying I'll never grow my hair out again. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is, I'm having to do those things, the pomade, the blow drying, the combing it just right, so that I can work with what I've got and make the most of it, because my hair is thinner, even though it's not the same as diffuse thinning and it's not obvious to most people. There's more steps involved. So I have to groom it and prepare it to keep it from being obvious. But if I just woke up and didn't put pomade in it, you would be able to see that my hair would appear to be thinner. So yeah, I agree. Just because I can make it work, and because I can, doesn't mean I will. The same thing with my diet. If I wanted to go to McDonald's and get a quarter pounder and eat it and count that as my calories for the day, I could, but I don't want to. I could, but I don't. I could, but I won't. So that's the concept of it. And I think that that's very important. That you can't just say, well, just because you still can grow hair doesn't mean that you should. Just because it's not obvious that you're balding doesn't mean that you should have to commit to that hair the rest of your life. I mean, and on a similar note, just because I still do have most of my hair, that doesn't mean that I can't buzz it off. I have the choice. I'm kind of a little bit of an in-between situation. I can be fine if I buzz it off. I can be fine if I grow it out. But ultimately, I'm not at a point where I have to commit either way. Some viewers are not in that situation, and really buzzing it off is the only option. Okay, well, for guys in the middle, you can still kind of choose what's going to work for you. And I mean, even in this past month, since I've buzzed it off, you've seen how I have experimented with several different guards and beard stubble lengths until I get to, the current one I'm at that I like the most, which is the zero guard on the Remington Shortcut Pro. So I'll try to make a habit of always putting the link in there anytime it's a hair video. Put a link in there so you can buy one of those Remington Shortcut Pros if you're having trouble finding one at Walmart or that sort of thing. So yeah, I think that's a great comment. My hair, I feel, looks better super short because it's more of a consistent look. It's easier, but I just aesthetically like the way this looks better than the groomed version of me having hair that I combed just right, put the right type of pomade in, blow dry, all this stuff. Why bother? I don't see the incentive. Your comments belong right here.